Alright, so first you're just going to need to take cardboard and stack it together. And for reference, it's almost the same height as my Lalaloopsy doll, and just a little wider than she is. You're going to cut another piece just like that, but you're going to leave a little flap on the one side that you can fold around later as a hinge so that your door can open. If you don't want your door to open, you don't have to do this flap part. Next, you're just going to cover it all in paper or duct tape. Once you have everything papered, you're just going to take that little flap and rest it on here and fold it around this way, so that way when you flip it back over, this is still lined up, but you're going to put hot glue along that flap to seal it, and then it will still be able to open. Once you have the flap glued on and it's able to open, you want to paint everything but this area black. You don't have to use black, you can use any color, but since I want my refrigerator to be black, I'm using black for everything but this. So this will be black, but this area will not. When everything's been painted, I've drawn on lines. This line is to separate the fridge from the freezer. This line is a shelf, and these are drawers. And because they're drawers, I add little drawer pulls. You don't have to do that, that's completely optional. This can be another little shelf, or that can just be there. And I'm going to paint those black as well. And now I have that done, I have all the lines drawn. As you can see, I made the line that separates the freezer from the refrigerator thicker than the lines I made for the shelves. Now here, I'm going to draw a line that matches up with the one inside here for the freezer, and then I'm going to draw little handles onto it, and I'm doing this with a silver Sharpie because that will show up on the black paint. And then the last thing you do is just cut out some food from a magazine and glue it onto your shelves, and your little fridge is done. I've taken a box that is 1 inch wide and drawn a whole bunch of lines at different heights. Line heights help me pick which one should be the height of my stove. 2 inches is too tall because it's almost the same height as my doll. 1 3/4 inch is also just a little bit too tall. 1.5 inch seems to work just fine. So I cut the box in half and left just enough on the edge to fold around and make an extra side. After you have the side taped, you want to cut out a rectangle or square, totally your choice, and this will be where the door ends up being in the end. And now that that's done, it looks like this, and that looks like a little door. You want to cover the whole thing in duct tape, and if you can't just do that, on the bottom you want to add a piece of cardboard, and that will make it a little easier to cover. So once you have the rectangle cut out, you want to cut out a piece of plastic that is bigger than the opening. And because this is such a small project, I'm just going to use duct tape on the ends of this piece of plastic as a door. So you want to line it up where you want it on here and make sure the duct tape doesn't overlap this opening. Since the whole thing is covered in black, you're going to want to paint the inside black. Now that this is painted black, you want to cut out 3 pieces of cardboard. One that is the size of it this way, one that is traced on this way, and the other one has to be small enough to fit inside of the actual oven. You want to cover 2 of them in aluminum foil, the one that's small enough to fit in, and the one that goes on top, and the other one will be covered in black duct tape. You glue everything into place, and the little shelf is inside of there. So now you take your door that you have a piece of tape on, and you need to line it up and press the tape down. You make sure it's on there nice and tight, and wrap it all the way around. And now your door will open. And for this part, I used a mini hot glue gun stick, and they go to, like I said, the mini hot glue guns. And I traced it onto cardboard, and I'm going to cut all of those out and cover them in black duct tape. I ended up painting these rather than duct taping, but then I just hot glue them all onto the top of my stove. And I did 5 instead of 4 because just these 4 looked really weird, but the 5 made it look a little normal. And down here, I just painted on little buttons that would control those. Well, they're dials, but you get the point. Because I don't have any beads that are big enough, small enough, sorry, to fit above this, and so on and so forth. And now I'm just going to either use a toothpick or paint on a handle. I glued on a glue stick for a handle, a toothpick for a handle, and a piece of felt for a towel. And then, on a piece of paper, I wrote down a time, and then get it even out before the glue dries, which we can't do. There we go. Now your oven has the time on it, and you're done. Taking an empty gum package and cutting along this line, cutting it in half lengthwise. And now you're just going to want to cover them completely in duct tape. If the opening doesn't stay shut, just make sure to tape it. Now you just need to glue on 2 small layers of paper, the second layer smaller than the first, and add little handles, and now you have little cabinets that can fit right inside your house. Put in some paper dishes so it looks more realistic. Here I'm actually using the same box that I used for my oven, and I've made it the same height as my oven, and a little longer than it normally was, about ½ an inch. And in my house, it'll fit here and here, because this is actually going to be a countertop and a dishwasher. So I'm folding this around and I'm taping it, and then I'm cutting it, and then I'm going to cover it in duct tape. After you've covered it all in duct tape, you're going to want to use something as the countertop. I just happen to use felt as a countertop. You can use anything, like duct tape or scrapbook paper. You're going to cut out 2 pieces of cardboard, one smaller than the other, and the one has to be able to fit on here. You're going to cover both pieces in duct tape. Once you have them covered in duct tape, you want to glue the smaller one onto the bigger one, which you can see I've done here. And then you can just glue this onto this. So it's like here. But if you want your dishwasher to open, stay tuned and I will show you how to do that. So this is actually just like what we did with the oven. You just put a piece of tape on the lid thingy-mabobber. That's what I'm going to call it. And you need to center it the best you can. And then get it pushed up against the edge. And then tape it. And now your dishwasher opens. And you can go onto the internet and look up pictures of glasses and print them off and just glue them into here to make the glasses. Put in some paper dishes so it looks more realistic. I glued on a toothpick as a handle, and you're done. Hey guys, so I'm actually planning on making more stuff for the kitchen, but so far, here, hold on. We've got this stuff. The refrigerator just kind of there. It's a different color than everything else because it's painted and everything else is duct tape, so I might do another fridge so it's more 3D rather than just really thin like it is, because everything else is a, I mean, like, this is the difference here. This is my little stove thingy-mabobber. And it's just a fridge. So, I mean, there's a huge difference. And like I said, I might fix that. I might make a new fridge. If you want me to make a new fridge that's more like 3D, leave a comment down below. Leave more suggestions for the kitchen down below. And the bathroom. Leave suggestions for the bathroom. I'll do the bathroom next. So leave suggestions for the kitchen and the bathroom, and tell me if you want a new refrigerator. And I mean, like, if I end up getting more suggestions for anything, I'll make it. I don't care. I'm going to try and keep each video together. So this is the kitchen video. The next video will also probably be a kitchen video, because there's more I want to make for the kitchen as well. I'm talking really fast, and I don't know why. So anyways, guys, that's all I wanted to say. So I'll get a new video out soon, but as always, thanks for watching. Leave a like if you liked it. Comment down below on what I should do next. Any suggestions for anything, not just for this house. And bye for now!